During the First World War, the Krost family found themselves fleeing for safer and greener pastures. They landed here in South Africa and since 1950 have been working to build a name. What started out as a plumbing and furniture supply business has now grown into an industrial-scale shelving and manufacturing company. We sat down with third-generation Uri Krost to understand the business.
Okay, so my grandfather started about 1945. They started making buckets, as you see above me over here. They started doing galvanized bars, and they grew and grew and grew, and they just started making more and more products that they could find out of steel. And eventually they started doing office furniture. Shelving and racking became a part of their business, but it was always a small part of their business. The shelving and racking side of the business was established in 1965, and I took over in 94, and I've been around the business since 94.
You're a third generation owner of the business.
Yeah.
Are your kids going to get involved?
If they want to. It's purely choice. Yeah.
Tell us about the kind of clients you have at Krost Shelving.
We have a large variety of clients. We'll sell 5 bays of shelving to somebody, and we'll sell 500 bays of shelving to somebody. Or we'll do a warehouse that's 20 meters high, high-rise racking, can be mezzanine floors. We do supermarkets. We've seen many clients grow from ordering their first order of 5 bays of shelving to 20 meter high racking for their warehouse.
You've also managed to grow the business throughout the SADC region, and you even dabbled into East and West. Tell us about that expansion. When did it happen and how is it going?
It's been continuous growth. Our largest customer base was in South Africa, and we just have great access to the rest of Africa, and we decided to take advantage of that.
Do you manufacture in the countries that you go into? I mean, in Kenya and Nigeria?
We manufacture everything in South Africa. I mean, there's a large amount of expertise goes into our product, especially in the design. We've got a very large design team here of engineers, qualified, skilled, technical people, and to duplicate something like this in other African countries would be very difficult. So we base it all here, and we ship right through Africa.
What does that mean for importing, duties, the cost of shipping and managing all of those logistics?
Very little import. Most of our stuff we manufacture ourselves, mainly export, and so there's no major problems with duties on our side, except we went through stages where we imported steel, but we don't now. We buy locally, source our steel locally.
You make a lot of steel products, so you must be very well versed in the steel market in South Africa.
We know. We've been there a long time. We know all the players out there, and they all know me. Yeah.
What about challenges that you face in the business? I mean, I know that you've had a long-standing difficulty with NUMSA. How's that?
You know what, we work very well with them now. A lot of my staff are unionized and members of NUMSA, and we generally have a very good working relationship with them. We try to keep it that way, because at the end of the day, we kind of partners in my business. They work with me. Without them, I can't work, and without me, they can't work. So we have to work together.
What other challenges do you experience running a steel business?
Fluctuations of steel prices, energy supplies. Constantly we are aware of the energy shortages in our country, and have to make our backup plans for these things.
How have you done that?
We generate our own power where we can.
How?
Generators.
Have you considered renewable energy?
We have. We're actually looking into a bit of that.
What would that look like for your business?
Solar is an option. Only problem with solar is we often working 24 hours a day. So solar is good when the sun's shining, but not so good when it's not. Yeah.
Do you think you could find a way to work with the current energy company to get, subsidies of some kind for the kind of power you need, or?
I don't think right now our energy supply company, being Eskom, is giving many subsidies out there. They've got their problems of their own. Yeah.
But as an industrialist and as a business that employs many, how many people do you employ? Hundreds of people?
We employ over 180 staff. Yeah.
And industrialization is a key factor in South Africa's growth, so it must be a prime time for you to take advantage of some of
government
the plans.
Incentives. We do constantly look at it, and we try to get incentivized. We try latch on to incentives if possible. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when I started this business, or when I joined the business, we had 40 staff members. So we've been a big source of employment in the country.
What about the other challenge around fluctuations in steel prices? How do you manage that?
It's a moving target for us, a continued moving target. Yeah. And, we work with these challenges on a day-to-day basis. Steel price going up, down, monthly. When I joined the business, we used to have a steel increase once a year. We used to have a steel supply which was originally called ISCOR, and they used to have one steel price once a year. Now steel price fluctuates up and down monthly, so it's very hard to look at future costings.
But that must be very difficult for you to plan your books.
It is. So we just have to roll with the punches as they come, up, down, and if the steel price drops, then the cost of our goods drop. Steel price goes up, the cost of our goods drop. So I can't quote you for 6 months' time, but it's very difficult to do that. Yeah.
That must be a very difficult way to do business.
It is.
How long does it take you to produce one 20-meter shelf?
Well, depends. I mean, everything is specifically designed. How long it takes, how long is a piece of string? Hard to say. Yeah.
If you could tell us, I'd be curious to know, how much revenue do you bring in this business?
Well, there's not public knowledge, but we've grown it constantly over the last 15 years. Every year it grows and grows and grows. Yeah.
You haven't had a bad year in the last 15 years?
We've had average years. We've had average years, and we've had better years. Yeah.
And what are the plans going forward for Krost Shelving?
Growth, expansion, development of new products, improving products, and taking larger market share out through Africa.
What does growth look like?
Growth looks like increasing tonnage in my business here. So putting through more steel in my business here, creating more jobs.
Tonnage,
so your weight to your steel. So when I started, we were doing 50 tons, for example. Now we're doing 500 tons. So that's increasing tonnage.
And the plan is to go to 1,000 tons, 2,000 tons?
Yeah, that's just a hypothetical number, but yeah, the plan is just to continue growing.
What other countries outside of the SADC region, at least, are you looking into?
We've done work in most African countries. Not North Africa, West, East Africa, we've done most countries.
So is expansion outside of Africa, or is expansion still within?
Both. We still see good market in South Africa, and we're in a large market in the rest of Africa.